Yo, what's up, guys? I'm back with another video. Now, this is gonna be a really long one, so I think we're gonna take I think we're gonna go with breaks on like every 30 minutes or so, and we're gonna take a break, and then I'll of course pause the recording. So yeah get your favorite snacks, get them right now. Get your favorite snacks. Yeah yeah, every 30 minutes or so, I'll pause the recording. Then we'll go on a break, right? Yeah, then I'll of course see you when or maybe I should make this a like part series thing. I don't know. I don't know because yeah, like I don't want to make my videos too long. It's just a little thing, you know. But yeah, uh, because already I'm kind of dragging this out and making this even longer for for well all y'all. So yeah, I think I'm gonna make this like 5-part series thing. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, let's get into it. Ooh, wait, hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna quickly make breakfast. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, I got myself some breakfast, some cereal and Greek yogurt. All right, and I also got myself a cup of coffee. So let's get into it. I know this won't last me 2 hours, so yeah, we're just gonna we're gonna watch the first 30 minutes next video. The next 30 minutes, yeah, like that. So we got 30 minutes, 30, yeah, we got like 5 parts of this shit. All right, let's get into it. This this is gonna be a wild ride. I hope so. I am not no clanker sympathizer. Mmm, mmm, isn't nice. Of Plastibu. Is, is this artwork from the fantasy game that was never made? The Venture of Vermis? Is this art from it? Because this is beautiful. This is beautiful art. I gotta say, this is real beautiful art. Oh, there are two of them. Ah. Mm. Mm. All right. This guy's what?
A corpse kneels beside a well,
Mm.
mesmerized by the reflection of its living flesh.
Huh. So it's a like revival thing?
It wonders what could have been done, and could have been, and for as long as the moon shines, the feeble illusion will prevail. This is the opening of Vermis.
Oh. Oh, that's pretty
Fantasy
cool.
is my favorite genre of
Yeah.
storytelling.
Same here.
I
Same
will
here.
expand on my reasons within the video, but what I
Mm.
will say for now is that the infinite possibility it brings gives way to the depths of the human mind, or, should I say, the greatest parts of it.
Mm.
From the early childlike interpretations of mythology and history to the most depraved settings imaginable,
Guys, this is peak fiction.
I truly think fantasy is the most varied and accessible genre out there. I
Mm.
mean, I even wrote a thesis relating to it for my university degree, as useless as it is.
Mm.
A hard truth, though, is that fantasy as a genre has become oversaturated with the
Yeah.
same old high fantasy. The same cheap series, or the same sort of fantasy inspired by modern Dungeons and Dragons, for example. I have nothing against modern D&D. I mean, I am a DM myself, but it is undoubtedly more stale than it used to be in its presentation when it comes
Yeah,
to the official content and artistry.
I
So,
agree.
what exactly is fantasy? Many
Mm.
people often conflate sci-fi and fantasy, but arguably they are quite different. Sci-fi is simply what can be possible with science with enough time, whilst fantasy is simply using connotations of things that simply cannot occur in the real world, as
Mm.
far as we know. Of course, sci-fi fantasy exists too, being the use of both genres at the same time, but that is beside my point. All of
Mm.
this to say that despite the growing homogenization of this great genre, there exist genuine works of art that incorporate real-world inspirations alongside masterful illustrations and world-building that is unlike many things within the genre. Vermis. This video is the second part in my Plasterbu duology that I've established on this channel.
Mm.
Previously, I covered Godhusk, the gothic sci-fi setting Plasterbu wrote, and due to many requests, and the
You know what? We're watching that one next. What's this called?
the gothic sci-fi I've established on this channel. Previously, I covered Godhusk.
Godhusk. Right here. Godhusk. All right. We got this. All right, we got this one ready. Bro! All right. 2 hours. All right, so this will be a four-part series. All right. Yeah.
The gothic sci-fi setting
Yeah, this is nice. It's
Plasterbu
good.
wrote,
It's
and
cool.
due to many requests, and the massive support that video got, I am deciding to cover Vermis, his original work within this
Mm.
genre.
Yeah.
You do not need to watch my Godhusk video to understand this one, as the two
Good.
settings and games are completely separate. But of
Right.
course feel free to do so anyway if you want to better familiarise yourself with Plasterbu's works. A few
Mm.
things that I want to mention before we start though. At the time of writing, there exist two Vermis books.
Oh.
They are simply titled Vermis 1, Lost Dungeons and Forbidden Woods, and Vermis 2, Mist and Mirrors. There are whispers of a
Mm.
potential upcoming third part, but just know, as of this video's creation, I am covering these two books because, well, they are the only Vermis books out at this moment in time. Despite this,
You know what? I might buy these. I might buy these
the books give a very in-depth
because they look really cool.
and complete experience. Please be sure to support Vermis by buying a copy if you are interested.
Oh, I will.
The
I will.
link to do so is in the
I will.
description. There is even an
Oh.
official soundtrack that was made by Radagast, which will sometimes play in the
Oh.
video. The link for this as well is in the description, alongside the other music that I've used. This video, like my Godhusk video, is not sponsored and is purely me just
Mm.
talking about something that I really love,
Yeah.
which is, well, the premise of this entire channel. Lastly, unlike my Godhusk video, this one is in widescreen, 16:9. The reason
Mm.
for this is that I want both projects to feel ultimately different in presentation, and one of
Mm.
the few ways I'm doing so is by doing that. Some people no doubt would be asking why I did this, so there you go. The reason that video was in that aspect ratio was because, well, the games that would have released at the time Godhusk released would have been in the same resolution. However,
Mm.
by 1997, widescreen began to become a norm within games.
Oh.
Vermis also focuses a little less on gameplay than Godhusk does,
Also, these are pretty old, actually. Huh. All right. I'm buying them.
so we are more free to presume some things such
Okay, okay, this art is beautiful. Listen, guys, I can't draw for shit. I can't draw for shit. Yeah, I could draw pretty cool, but not like this. This
as
is
the
cool.
resolution and presentation. Godhusk is outright defined as a Metroidvania, which were popular in the 80s and 90s. Vermis,
Oh,
however, doesn't have a locked genre
wait a
and
minute.
presentation. Godhusk is outright defined as a Metroidvania, which were
Oh, yeah.
popular in the 80s and
All right.
90s. Vermis, however, doesn't have a locked genre besides,
Mm,
well, an RPG. We don't know
mm.
if it's top-down, third-person,
Yeah,
isometric,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
first-person, or anything like that,
Yeah, of course,
but
of
more on
course.
that in the expanded analysis. So, what
Bro, why hasn't anyone actually made a game from this?
is Vermis? Vermis is a dark fantasy rule and lore book for a game
Actually, if anyone in the comments know, please Please tell me why no one has actually made a game out of this. I want to know. I'm curious.
that doesn't exist. The first Vermis book is the first work of Plasterboo, and the second Vermis book eventually followed. By the
Yeah.
point of Vermis's creation and publication, though, Plasterboo had established themselves as a very capable artist. Whilst Godhusk is filled with depressive yet beautiful imagery and an incredible story, I believe Vermis is the king of atmosphere and immersion, and is the genuine peak of Plasterboo's work in many regards.
Oh. Oh, this is pretty cool.
Just like in my Godhusk project, despite the detail I will go into, coming up with your own interpretations and supporting the official release is important. So, again,
You know what? You know what, guys? I'm going down here, into here, right here. I'm bu I'm buying these after the series is done. All right. I'm buying these after the series is done. In fact, I'll even do it on video. Ah, euros. Jesus Christ. All right. So. Forsaken. Is this like? Wait, hold on, hold on. What's the difference between Vermis, Vermis and Vermis Forsaken Edition? What's the difference? Sorry. 10 frames deep dive. All right. It's a larger and hardcover version of the, oh. All right. All right. This is gonna be expensive. Wow. Mm. This is gonna be expensive. Mm. Oh, this is beautiful. All right.
please be sure to check the book out for yourself if you can.
Oh, I definitely will. I'm buying both of them.
I
I don't
promise
care.
that you will get more out of the book if you have it in your own hands.
Hmm.
Alright, let's begin.
Mm.
This is Vermis.
Mm.
After the initial text that I read out at the very start of the video, we are greeted with two simple lines.
Oh.
One a statement, another a question. A light sparks in the dark.
Oh.
Which flesh is your flesh?
My flesh? I don't know.
Sticking to the topic of flesh, the next
Oh.
page goes into detail regarding the two distinct kinds of flesh. Good and evil. Good flesh is seemingly compared to light, unable to be invaded by darkness and shining in the darkest corners of the
So this takes so this takes things in my beliefs, Christianity. Okay. Cool. Yeah, guys, I'm Christian. I'm Christian. I love the Lord Jesus Christ, and I will proclaim that every single day.
world. Evil
If you guys want me to do a Bible deep dive, I'm down because I don't know much of it yet. I'm a very recent Christian, all right. I'm very recent. I love the Lord Jesus Christ. Born in His name, born of sin. But yeah,
meanwhile, is conflated with darkness, which
all
is
right.
described to be eternal, infinite, and unrelenting.
Ooh.
The text says that, quote, we are born in the light and rot in the dark, end quote. Whether this is referring to humans or not isn't clear at this
Born in the light and rot in the dark. That goes pretty hard.
point. To me, these are the two distinct types of characters in Vermis 1. The skeleton character somehow seems to be the player character, and after observing its own fall into the darkness of the well, the player must choose between these two options. After this, we get a guide on the states of Vermis. There are 9 states, and they are compared to wounds that are more grievous than others. These wounds no doubt lead to these states.
Oh, that's scary. Shoo! Shoo! Shoo!
Infection,
Bro hitting the me.
dread, slumber, petrification,
POV me in the morning every time I yawn.
curse, insanity, blindness, possession, and white hives. I will explain as much as I can how these work as we go, but some should be obvious, such as blindness.
Oh wait, this is what I saw it's this thing. It's this thing. Yeah. All right. All right. All right. But yeah, I'm getting guard husk. I'm getting guard husk, and I'm getting vermis and vermis.
And petrification. On certain pages we see the icons for certain states, signifying what the area or enemy may inflict upon us. From here we can choose a class, origin point, or whatever you wish to call it. There are a total of 12 of these, and each one has their own little backstory that is vague enough for the player to
Yeah.
come up with or write their own character
Oh, it's like Bloodborne. This reminds me of Bloodborne.
within the boundaries of Vermis. As well as this, we get a look into their stats. There are 4 stats in Vermis: Strength, Intelligence,
Yeah.
Faith, and Will.
Hmm.
We also see their starting items, as well as how much good and evil flesh they have, via a black and white orb, with the good represented as white and evil as black. Allow me to quickly go over the classes. Mad Pricker. Their origins are yet unknown. Some
Yeah.
say they are some kind of cult. Others say they are mindless minions to an evil god. They have armor full of deadly and infected spikes. Their handcuffs don't allow them to hold any weapons. Rumor has it that their helmets are actually full of spikes on the inside, so they may not be chaotic and hostile for the sake of it. Instead, they are desperately seeking help in a constant torture.
Oh, that's fucked up.
The Lost Old Glory. Once a hero, now a lost soul without purpose in life. Where are their beloved ones, the people they once fought for? They stood against many indescribable horrors, but always came back. Trapped in their memories, not able to process the past, the Old Glory wanders through the dark woods and forgotten villages, trying to find purpose in life. The Waste of Life. Expelled from every village and hated by everyone. He's been cursed multiple times and has committed many crimes, but he shows no remorse. Some say that this individual is not human at all, but the embodiment of all of our flaws. Every single action is driven by its madness and greed. They have escaped punishment many times, but have never learned a lesson. The Merc Sage.
That's just a lot of people in real life, like genuinely.
They have incredible mind-twisting powers. They can create all kinds of illusions and play with their enemy's mind. The big metal head works as a catalyst for their powers. They are completely defenseless in the daylight. Merc sages are the masters of illusory arts, bending shadows to create all kinds of nightmares.
That's really cool, actually. That's really cool.
When the darkness is gone, their power shrinks greatly. They can survive with the little darkness inside their helmets, but without shadows, they are defenseless. They cast spells with their
So they got like Shadowmancy. Oh, okay, that's really cool. That's really cool.
crucier, swinging it left to right whilst chanting, causing them to be vulnerable for some time. Shadows are typically useful for the Merc Sage because of this, as the illusions are most effective when enemies don't know where they are coming from.
Yeah.
Even if they know an illusion isn't real, sometimes it doesn't make them any less horrifying. The Wandering Angel. These devoted knights are on a journey to join their beloved goddess in death. They have to travel all the way to a sacred mountain, and then pull the halo placed behind their helmets to decapitate themselves.
Oh. Oh,
A
wow.
pile of helmets full of rotten flesh lies on the other side of the mountain. The Stone Scholar. They have their face compressed against the stones tied to their heads. In constant pain, but that sacrifice grants them infinite wisdom.
This is almost worse than Berserk. I gotta say it, this is almost worse than Berserk.
They are experts in mud sorcery and are very smart, but have a fragile body. They are condemned
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. That's the arm, right?
to a pitiful and miserable life, unable to see or smell, due to the scars the rocks have left them. Should they be stripped of their power somehow, they will only crawl to search the enlightenment they once had. The Princess's Nail. Their loyalty knows no limits. They are all their princess needs to achieve anything she wishes. whether that be the death of her enemies, unattainable treasures, peace, or war. They will
Oh,
stop at nothing. The princess herself ties a lock of her hair to her knight swords, so they can feel her presence and love within them in every battle.
you know what? You know what? That's kind of valid. I like this. I'm really liking this. This is actually a really cool. And you know what? While we're at an ad, I'm just quickly gonna pause the recording. Just gonna pause the record, bro. All right, so we're not going. We're going by 30 minutes of his video, not by my video. All right, all right. So yeah, sometimes my video may be an hour, sometimes it may be 40 minutes or 30 minutes. It doesn't matter, but we're going by his 30 minutes, not by ours. All right, all right. Got it. All right, I'm back. I'm back. I've just done my dishes. All right. Yeah, look. This is okay. So while this is playing, this is actually really cool. I like this. This is really well made.
The Infant Seeker, a mother on a quest to retrieve her last child, taken from
Oh, oh, that's fucked up.
her by a witch.
Damn, bro, that's fucked up.
On these lands, the young children disappear often, the birth rate is very low, and witches are in constant search for the precious delicacy. Memories of better
Oh,
days is her main
so witches are like cannibals in this. All right, got it.
source of determination, and no matter how long or arduous the journey is,
Mm.
hope will remain. The Ratman, once a
Rat man.
man afflicted by a curse. With time, he ended up losing his humanity. No
Oh,
memories of the man he once was remains.
mm.
He's been wandering
Master Splinter. It's Master Splinter, guys. It's Master Splinter. Ah!
in the capital sewers for so many years that he has become a sort of fable to scare children. The
Mm.
Miner Knight. These knights are born and raised in the pestilent mines that granted them
Oh.
a very high tolerance to toxins and sicknesses.
Mm.
Their senses developed greatly. They can hear, smell, and see almost like a creature of the night. The mines were once a place that provided many materials to the capital, and those who wanted knowledge of the old world.
And let me guess now it doesn't.
Prophet, the last member of a religion that was persecuted and eradicated by the crown. They
POV Christian.
worshipped the old world god known as Marco, titled the Oracle, who granted them countless miracles and showed them grim prophecies of a dark future. Marco was decapitated long ago, yet his mummified head can talk to those who know how to listen to him. These
Oh.
grim prophecies of the future were full of death and decay. The Cursed Fool, a brave warrior who faced a terrible loss. He
Mm.
found a mysterious whispering rock that told him the way to bring back his loved one from the dead.
Uh,
Since
s- uh, I think he's just high.
then, he has been a slave to the Whispers. This rock are the remains of an ancient statue, its edges polished by the hands of those who have handled it with mistrust. The
Mm.
rumors say that the Whispers guide the holder to achieve their deepest desires, yet
Mm.
many also say that those who listen are fools. Cursed fools, that is. Choosing an origin, we are told about the 6 known gods of this world. They demand devotion, punishment, or sacrifice. Some are said to be older than time, whilst others have a physical form or are completely old.
Oh, these are like all the gods.
Choosing an origin,
Imagine being called Dorvis.
we are told
Ooh, the cursed, the truth. Ooh, that goes hard. The truth, the
about the
relentless.
6
That
known
doesn't go as
gods of
hard. But the truth. Ooh, that
this
goes hard.
world. They demand
What is he, Jesus Christ?
devotion, punishment, or sacrifice.
Mm.
Some are said to be older than time, whilst others have a physical form or are completely invisible. They all shaped
Mm.
the world into what it is. Gailac the Cursed, Dorvis the Truth, Mergo the Relentless, Gervek the Great, Marco the Oracle, and
Mm.
Ketereth the Wrath. They will be expanded on as we venture.
I
With
see.
our character created, we are told about an area. This is Greengrave, also known as the Dead Man's Garden. It
Yeah, I can see a dead man.
is filled with lush green yet has an underlying depression about it thanks to the thin fog. The apparent remains of Gervek the Great have grown alongside the mountains here. The remains of a literal god. These
Mm.
remains are now one of the relics of the old world and is
I see.
considered sacred by many, as it is said that those who live in Greengrave live longer due to this relic. Greengrave
Oh,
lies in the outskirts of
you know what? Guys, ever since I was like 12, I've also been working on a book. It's called Ashfall. I've been working on it on Wattpad because I can't afford to put that shit on Amazon, all right? But yeah, my whole idea was basically to make a whole world that was built in that was basically made from the rib cage of a giant dead god or something like that. My idea also is that the gods themselves are more like monsters, and the body takes like the shape of the thing they embody. So maybe like Thor, his head could be made out of like a thundercloud or something like that. That was a book that I wanted to make when I was 12, and I'm still trying to make it, but it's so hard. I procrastinate so much. All right, done with the
the
rant. Let's
capital.
go.
The capital itself is said to be consumed by chaos and is in a
Mm,
constant war, headed by fools and liars, blinded by the shining of their own crowns. Each
mm. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on, guys. I gotta take a shit. All right, I'm back. I'm back. All right, there we go.
of these fools
All right, we halfway.
thinks their cause is supreme, and they think each sacrifice brings them closer to the death of their enemies.
Mm.
Luckily for us, our journey is far from this war, beginning
Oh,
deep in Greengrave's forest.
is that far away, huh?
We awake in a small, isolated crypt within the forest.
Huh.
It is cold and damp, but at least it feels comfortable. Moving past the comfort, we
Mm.
enter the graveyard. The book here gives us a small poem. House of grey, house of cold, house of 1,000 doors, house of many, house of none,
Mm.
house of those no longer home. We also get a look at some of the threats in this area, or should I say, monstrosities. Crazy bones, mad bones,
Sans! Sans! I snorted a suitcase full of coke, and I have started to feel the effects. No! I fucking. What sound? What was that? I hate myself so much. Okay, so the crypt, or well, the catacombs is of course full of skeletons. Crazy
talking
bone, crazy bones. He's crazy. Ah! Uh,
skull,
Mad Bones. Okay, that actually sounds like a band name.
insane bones. We also get a
Uh,
look at some of the threats in this area, or should I say, monstrosities.
mm,
Crazy bones, mad bones, talking skull, insane bones, witch
mm.
head, shadow figure, bone keeper,
Bonekeeper. Oh, oh. Okay, okay,
ghost mother,
okay. So this one, I thought that was a dude.
and her newborn, Mudman, Bone Snake, Living Grave, and the Lonely Knight.
Oh,
Unlike Godhusk, which came after Vermis, Vermis often leaves the details of enemies to interpretation, but gives us a
oh.
good look at them. Watch be Lonely Knight. Unlike Godhusk, which came after Vermis,
Hmm?
Vermis often leaves the details of enemies
Wait, Godhusk was made after? Huh.
to interpretation, but gives us a good look at them. What we do gather here is that the witch head is defenseless when their tongue is cut off. Venturing enough, we may find whistling death inside an open coffin, gripped
Oh.
tightly by its former owner. It is a
Hmm.
unique sword that has a distinct sound when it is swung through the air. Leading to the higher level of the graveyard are two clothed statues standing next to the ascending stairs.
Dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum. Da, 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 da. Ba-da-da-da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Yeah. This reminds me of Undertale. This part right here just reminds me of Undertale, bro.
As we reach the summit, we hear the piercing noise of cold wind.
Pissing or piercing? I hope he said piercing.
Looking ahead, we see the majestic view of the whole graveyard within the valley, but we
Oh.
also feel a presence. Art thou among the living? If so, this is not a place for thee. The lonely knight was defeated long ago. He mourns endlessly, and this
This guy's just voice acting too? Oh, this is cool. This is really cool. All right. I'm liking this. I'm liking this, bro.
longing for someone who has passed is what led to his defeat. His path has been crooked since the day he lost his other half, and
Mm,
despite his imposing appearance, he is totally harmless, not even
mm.
defending himself should we
Oh.
attack. Me? I don't think that should concern a stranger in the least. I am
Mm.
just offering my company to a fellow. The lonely knight crouches at the side of a knight upon a slab of stone, his hand on their upper chest plate. Progressing, we come across a salient with 6 tombs. Moving one to the side, we find a secret path to the catacombs. This path is dangerous, and there are fierce enemies lurking on and around it, most of which aren't among the living. Sneaking, killing, or rushing by the enemies will eventually lead to the Pauper's Catacombs. Pauper meaning, well, a poor person. It is filled with
Oh.
corpses of those who are not remembered,
Wait,
such
huh?
as or on
Huh?
and
Hold
around
on, hold on,
catacombs.
hold on.
This
Y'all lost me. Y'all
path
lost
is
me.
dangerous, and there are fierce enemies lurking on and around it, most
Mm.
of which aren't among the living.
Yeah.
Sneaking, killing, or rushing by the enemies will eventually lead to the Pauper's Catacombs. Pauper meaning, well, a poor person. It is filled with corpses of those who are not remembered, such as forgotten warriors, disgraced nobles, and lowly peasants. The
Oh,
walls
yeah.
are filled with bones that are
So it's like the catacombs in France, isn't it? They're like, hold on. 10 frames deep dive. Okay, now I'm just copying Hoodie Dude. Yeah, nah. Deep dive. All right. France, catacombs. Yeah, this place. So it's like this place. Hold on. Yeah, so it's like this place. All right, cool. Wait, now just wait. Wait? Technically, I'm just showing human remains on YouTube. Nope. Wait, has this been on? There we go. Yeah. I can't do that. I can't do that. I technically can't do that because I'm just showing human remains on YouTube. Yeah, I can't do that. No.
upon bones. The pitch dark corridors are constantly leaking from the wet soil above, and
Hmm.
the air is dense with a smell of rot. Within
Oh.
one of the intersections of the catacombs is a statue of a mother, with exposed ribs and a void that acts as a womb and a stomach. Her
Oh.
upper head is missing. At her feet is the following inscription: Our caring mother guides us through the dark. Her lips speak sweet tender words, and her gaze reflects our own. Within the
Oh.
catacombs is a
So y'all see nothing. Y'all see absolutely nothing. Yeah.
half skull that can be placed on the statue's head. This will
Oh.
reveal a passage that leads to a treasure room. The chest that hides the half skull will be in a large room at the end of a hallway,
Mm.
guarded by mad bones. At the bottom of the room lies an open sarcophagus, in front of which appears to be 7 skeletal figures made of stone. Inside this
Wait, so hold on. This guy Plastiboo, he's like really popular, right? So how come no one has actually made a game of this? Please tell me in the comments. If y'all actually watched this video, please tell me in the comments.
sarcophagus is a bone crusher, a relic that takes the shape of an axe made of
Oh.
bone. The tales say that the warriors who wielded weapons made of bone eventually submitted to them, merging their
Mm.
flesh and bones to become one with the weapon. There
Oh.
are only 2 of these items in the
That's a really cool weapon.
world. Should we take it, the skeletal figures I spoke of will come to life and attack. The
Oh.
question is it worth it? These
Mm.
statues move slowly when their prey isn't looking at them. But if our gaze happens to be elsewhere, then they will move towards us with no sound at all.
Oh, so it's like what are they called? The angels from Doctor Who. It was Weeping Angels. Yeah, like those.
Despite their size and weight. Should they get their hands on us, we will be crushed in a matter of seconds. These catacombs are
Mm.
described to be a labyrinth, made of complicated tunnels with similar
Oh, that's terrifying. That is terrifying.
and twisting paths that all look the same. In every corner there may be a threat, and the shadows feel almost alive as they dance in the corner of our eyes. Huddled in the corner of these halls is a shivering and muttering knight in dark green armor. His armor is ornate and spotless.
I thought that was a frog for a moment.
Almost as if he hasn't faced any opponents in battle before. His helmet is in the shape of a frog, his hands clinging on each side of it in fear.
Oh, the gods, please help me. The horror. I can't look at them. Rotten. Dismembered. Torn to shreds and yet standing up. Looking at me. Please go away. I can't help you. Stop this madness.
Coming back to this spot after some time, we will see that the frightened frog knight is dead in the same corner. He was never ready for the horrors of the dark. On his body, we find a ring of 1,000 eyes, allowing us to see those who are no longer among the living, whilst also allowing us to be seen by them. We can also loot his armor, known as Exiled Sentinel armor. It is heavy and from a faraway land, full of ornaments and painted in a green with bronze details.
If you guys didn't know, my favorite color is green. I like green. Green is my favorite color.
A piece of written cloth is stored inside one of his gauntlets. It simply says, "Do not dare return without a cure." From this cloth
Oh wait, is there like okay, that's kind of fucked up actually.
alone we know why this knight was here. A poor victim of either an accidental curse or something else. Either way, he was filled with fear and maybe, just maybe, guilt. Perhaps his ring could be blamed for this too, being able to see those who are no longer among the living. Eventually, and sadly, his bones will be added to the many in these catacombs. With enough effort, we may find the exit to this place at the end of a long tunnel. This tunnel is silent, having no doors or corners, with only the floor full of rotting bodies and bones to occupy us. A respite from what came before. The pleasing cold breeze complements this feeling, which, well, slightly alleviates the odour. Getting closer to the end, the corpses on the floor will twitch and convulse, forming into a nightmarish shadow ahead of us. This is the Stench Champion.
Why am I visualizing it like if it was real? That's gross. That's gross sight. Listen, guys, I'd be fine with the rest of this, but I hate centipedes. I hate centipedes so much, in fact, that I basically base a lot of my like monsters in the book I make on centipedes. Like I based a whole species on on centipedes. Specifically, wait, hold on, deep dive. House centipedes. Yeah. Wait, hold on, guys. Yeah. Wait. I should have made a. I should have made like. I should have made a like arachnophobia warning. All right, so click. All right, so guys, skip to just just a arachnophobia warning. All right. I think I think centipedes are arachnids, aren't they? I don't know, but yeah. Nah, you know what? Fuck y'all. Yeah, mostly these ones. Look, they're not that big. They're kind of tiny. They're kind of small, and I know that they help out a lot in the yes, pet. Yeah, but look, honestly, I hate centipedes. I hate them, but I think they're so cool as well. I think they're so fucking cool, but I also hate them. They creep me out.
The remains move in a strangely human way, mimicking the warrior they once were, maybe unconscious of their new body. The smell from the champion is unbearable, and if we choose to fight it, we must hold our breath or change position until the breeze from the exit is helping us. Defeating
It's that bad that we will actually die from the stench.
the nightmare, we push ahead to the exit. What greets us is the Silver Swamp outskirts. The exit from the catacombs is some meters off the ground on the side of a small cliff. We can drop down on the pearly waters. The calm is almost haunting here, as is the thick veil of mist. The fog makes only a flat landscape covered in cloudy waters and weeping willows discernible.
Mm,
Pressing on, the air gets warmer and more gentle, like a summer breeze. We
yeah.
feel the water soaking our feet. It's hard to
Oh.
distinguish due to the water being slightly warmer than our body temperature. Soon we see a distant figure resting below a tree.
Over here, friend. I
Mm.
did not expect to find anyone in a place such as this. However,
Ooh, I like the pixel art, like the hand-drawn pixel art. I like this. I like this.
I must warn you about the swamp. It might look like a quiet, peaceful landscape to wander through, but it is
You know, you know what? I would really like if someone made a game of this, but it was in the style of Fear and Hunger. I would really like this.
far from that, I'm afraid. Once you enter the mist, well, there's no way out. You might get lost, or worse, you might fall asleep, which means
Mm,
certain death.
yeah.
Witchcraft, I assume, but if you need a place to rest your bones, this is the perfect spot. Close enough to enjoy the bait without falling into the trap. But if what you desire is among those enchanted waters, I will not hold you back.
The drowsy knight then hands over a night watch mushroom, commonly used by the night guards to stay awake, may be helpful in these swamps. Crossing the
Mm,
mist, the atmosphere fills with a violent silence. The only sounds we hear are our own feet sloshing through the water, our bodies getting tired and eyelids heavier. We must be careful
oh.
that the slumber state doesn't take form.
Wait,
The
what,
sounds we
what?
hear are our own feet sloshing through the water, our
Mm.
bodies getting tired and eyelids heavier.
Oh, so the fog, the fog is here. The fog is coming. The fog is coming. The fog. Yeah, all right. So the so the mist thingy, yeah, the fog, it basically makes people fall asleep. All right.
We must be careful that the slumber state doesn't take form. This
Mm,
swamp is a land of illusions and apparitions. The ghosts of the ones who never came back from the mist are now damned to wander this place forever. The ghosts are known as the Phantom Parade, and there are a total of 12 of them that can appear. For example, the old man smiles and giggles silently, covered in black. The
oh.
tall figure simply stands ominously, staring. The damsel has a sorrowful look and stands at a distance. The hag uses her hood to hide a solemn expression, accompanied by a small beast. The hiding man hides behind a tree, naked and emanating a threatening aura. The vomiting woman is a young woman who, well, vomits violently whilst moaning in agony. She is naked and leans on the ground. The fanatic wears a kind of ceremonial robe,
Mm.
covered with a mask with jewels on his eyes. The final example is the corpse, lying on the water wearing a chainmail, full of dry blood and wounds. After what feels like hours of walking, there is nothing. No change, not even a traveller or a structure. A unique ghost here is the shadow figure. When nearby,
A
its
shed. It's the Shadow Man.
prey will feel a pressure in their chest, but if they hear a piercing scream that belongs to the figure, it's too late, and
Mm.
dread will fill their body. As the book
Oh.
says,
Oh wait, hold on. So this whole thing is like effects, is it? Oh, yeah, so all of these are like effects. So before he went through the slumber thingy. So next he might go through this one, the dread. All right. I see. So
inside
that so these are like so these are like what? Deck of relics. Huh. Yeah, so this is like this is a like this is like status effects. Yeah, all right, I see. Is this handcrafted stuff by him? Oh, that's insane.
the mist, your ears hear nothing but your footsteps, but your eyes can distinguish subtle silhouettes slowly moving around you. If you walk towards them to find out who's behind the fog,
Mm.
you will find nothing but a whisper. Do not
Wait, hold on. Is this site made by him? Uh, oh no, no, it's not. Wait, hold on. Who's this? Fat Gomez. Final fentanyl. Oh, so all of these. All right, all right, all right, all right. Cool, cool. All right.
Not turn your back on the shadows.
Mm.
Another threat is the emerging visage. The visage of an old man that slowly emerges from the water in complete silence.
Oh, that's
His
terrifying.
eyes are hollow like a mask, and his jaw is detached from his head, only being held in place by a poorly managed tie made from his beard. Upon
Oh.
appearing, we hear a voice in our head,
Oh, that's terrifying.
and his jaw is
Guys, I like watching things like this because it gives me ideas to my own book. I, I really like it. I really like it.
detached from his head, only being held in place by a poorly managed tie made from his
Ugh.
beard. Upon
Oh.
appearing, we hear a voice in our heads, everlasting shadows cast by fibbing fires, rotting beds with silver sheets, a sanctum for the cold. Our eyes are backwards. After these words are whispered, the visage simply vanishes into the fog. So, that mushroom the drowsy knight gave us will eventually need to be used. The longer we stay here, the harder the fight against drowsiness becomes. Eating the mushroom helps us stay conscious for a little longer, or we
Mm.
can simply pinch ourselves, which I doubt will be very effective.
Yeah.
Pressing on, we will find a shadow standing in our soaked path. This one isn't like the others, as we hear footsteps and armor behind it.
My path is written. My sword is unbreakable. Begone, shadow.
Oh.
Return to the fog. You won't fool me twice.
This exhausted and lost paladin will attempt to strike us down, but the weight of his armor and his slumber will cause him to fall into the swamp with a great splash. Gaining
Okay, so slumber is a status effect. All right.
enough strength to talk and look up at us, he asks us, "Why is my armor so heavy?" before
Mm.
falling completely into the silvery water. We can either kill him or steal his blade. This blade is called the Unbreakable Path, and
Mm. I say kill him, then steal his blade.
it shines in various colours like oil. Fortunately, it is oddly light for its size. Eventually, not even pinching will help us, and we will fall into brief moments of sleep.
Okay, but here's the thing about swords is that the most un listen, the thing about swords is the sword about swords is that they're not heavy. They're not heavy at all. They're like a lever. They're supposed to be like you. They're supposed to be like, you know, a tool of leverage. Listen, guys. Listen, guys. If you can lift a 3 pound, listen, guys. If you can lift a 10 pound branch, then you can also lift. Then you could also lift a 3 pound longsword. All right. Listen, guys. It ain't that bad. It's not that bad. Trust me.
With tumbles and nodding to match. It gets to
Mm,
a point where we can't tell if we are even progressing. Once we fall to the ground, anger boils inside us,
mm.
defeated as if the long fight was over, and now we have to wait for a certain death. As we nod off, we get a bit of exposition. The birthplace of the curse is a forsaken labyrinth plagued with abominations and pure horror. Only the
Mm.
mad and accursed can freely wander around the pestilent tunnels. The stench is unbearable, and every shadow hides a blood-starved monstrosity.
Yeah.
The mines hide secrets that should remain unknown for the good of mankind. As for what this curse is, isn't exactly clear at this point.
Mm.
It could somehow be referring to the sleepiness that is found here in the swamps.
Yeah.
As we drifted in our sleep within the swamp, we awake within the dream, a haunting scene.
The dream.
The mist is completely gone, and so are the trees. The
Oh.
sky is pitch dark with only the crescent moon reflecting off the water.
Oh, so it's like a dream world. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm okay. He said that himself. He said that himself. So yeah. Wait, hold on. Run all this. Run this by me again because I'm a little.
Is a forsaken labyrinth plagued with abominations and pure horror. Only the of the as we nod off, we get a bit of exposition.
Yeah.
The birthplace of the curse is a forsaken labyrinth plagued with abominations and pure horror. Only the mad and accursed can freely wander around the pestilent tunnels. The stench is unbearable, and every shadow hides a blood-starved monstrosity. The mines hide secrets that should remain unknown for the good of mankind.
Yeah.
As for what this curse isn't exactly clear at this point. It could somehow be referring to the sleepiness that is found here in the swamps. As we drifted in our sleep within the swamp, we awake within the dream, a haunting scene. The mist is completely gone, and so are the trees.
So everything is gone.
The sky is pitch dark with only the crescent moon reflecting off the water. Looking down, though, we notice that the bottom of the water is made completely of corpses.
Oh! Never mind!
They crunch with every step we make, the crescent moon reflecting off the water. Looking down, though, we notice that the bottom of the water is made completely of corpses.
Oh, a sea of corpses. Alright, that's terrifying.
They crunch with every step we make. We are told the following. None have awakened from the dream. Resist not, and your flesh shall be banished, so your soul can rest under the peaceful waters among many others. Venturing enough, we will come across the aspect of the dream.
Okay, this whole like sea of corpses thing, it's giving me some pretty cool ideas. Oh, alright. Alright.
We are told
We'll take it to 40 minutes, alright? 40 minutes. Nah. We'll just take it until this whole like dreamland part is done.
the following. None have awakened from the dream. Resist not, and your flesh shall be banished, so your soul can rest under the peaceful waters among many others. Venturing enough, we will come across.
So the corpses in the water, they're like the souls of. They are the souls of those who basically gave up. Alright.
The aspect of the dream. It gracefully draws its blade and swings at inhuman speeds, with the only time to fight back being between these onslaughts. Luckily, its nimbleness gives way to fragility, meaning that one hit is all that is needed to disperse it. It is a quite challenging task either way, thanks to its speed. If the aspect's weaponness gives way...
I really like it. I really like this art style. I actually dig this art style. It's pretty cool.
The only time to fight back being between these onslaughts. Luckily, its nimbleness gives way to fragility, meaning that one hit is all that is needed to disperse it. It is a quite challenging task either way, thanks to its speed. If the aspect's weapon touches us, the dream will end instantly, as will our life. Our body will never be found in the mist, at least not in a physical form. Awakening, we find ourselves in a completely different place. The mist is gone, and the sounds of nature surrounds us. We start to feel the cold breeze against our soaked clothes. Next to us, we find the memory of the Stinger, a blade previously owned by the aspect of the dream that we defeated. Walking from the scarce amount of water we awoke in, we see a slender, thin, masked man standing on the shore, staring our way. They wear a big cloak and hold a wooden mask to their face, peeking through it as they do. Now I've seen it all. What a peculiar scene I am witnessing. You surely are one of a kind. Not only did you survive, but you somehow vanished the fog. I happened to be looking for someone. I thought it was you for a second, then the mist suddenly dissipated. I've been entrusted to deliver an important message. I'm afraid I have no time to waste. You're quite an interesting fellow. Hopefully we won't meet again. May Dorvis guide your way. The man then turns around and ventures into the swamp, leaving us behind.
Ah! Shut up. Be gone. It's all. What is this? What is this? Alright. Please let me watch my peak. I am thinking of buying the fucking YouTube Premium.
Mask to their face.
And yeah, when I get myself a better computer. What the fuck? What is this? What is this add-on? Alright, listen, guys. I'm a real big fan of the. Alright. 10 frames yap session. Alright, so I'm a real big fan of the Minecraft Create Mode, right? Yeah, this is and here's the thing, right? When I get myself a better computer, like one that isn't constantly on life support right now, like my computer is connected to an external storage unit right now. Yeah, it's kind of fucked up, but yeah. Right now, my computer needs I need an upgrade. All right. But when that's done, I want to start. I want to start a Minecraft Create Survival series. All right. Because listen, I don't just want to only do reaction videos. All right. I want to do like weekly gaming videos, and then like and then like on the daily, I upload reaction videos. You get me? Yeah. All right. You get me. Yeah. I hope so too.
Peak
But yeah. All right. Let's go. Let's get back to peak.
previously owned by the aspect of the dream that we defeated. What
Oh, wait, hold on.
in a physical form. Awakening, we find ourselves in a completely different place.
All right, all right, we're gonna end it here. We're gonna end it here. 3027. All right. So now here's some. All right, a resume of what's here. Okay, so we wake up in like some catacomb things that's filled with basically Papyrus the skeleton. All right. Uh, we fight through. We fight through we fight through the Undertale ruins. We meet a frog armor dude. We put half a skull on a statue that's missing half its head. We then fight us. We then fight. We then quote unquote fight a centipede-ridden corpse of a knight. We walk through a dense mist in a swamp. We meet an old we meet an old man whose jaw is basically fallen off and is connected very badly with it by his beard. We then fall asleep. We enter a dream world where that we stand on a sea made out of corpses. Turns out that the corpses turns out that the corpses are the bodies of those who gave up before you. We then fight the literal concept of a dream, and then we wake up. All right, that's the very short summary. All right. So if you guys jeez, what the okay, so if you guys like the video, please subscribe. It helps out a whole lot. Please, I need the money. I need the money. Please. All right, so yeah, let's get to it. Yeah, please. Please actually subscribe, like, comment. I don't really care. Just comment anything. Yeah. I'll see I'll see you guys in the next part of this. Yeah. Well, goodbye.